right. Welcome to Vincent Koo Live. This is the Alliance Movement. The Alliance Movement is a movement in the real estate industry to collaborate, and a movement to align, a movement to unify, right? So why go out there and compete? Why be closed off? Let's go out there and all work together. Today, I have the honor of having a fantastic guest with me today, the current CEO of the Nevada Real Estate Group and our newest partner at EXP Realty, Chris Nevada. Welcome.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Awesome. Amazing. Chris, I heard that Real Trends just named you as the #1 team in the entire state of Nevada.
Yeah, those results just came out yesterday, so that's really exciting for me and the team. We're pretty excited about it. So
that's amazing. And you haven't been in Nevada for a long period of time.
No, we just hit 3 years like last month. So 3 years.
So where'd you start?
Well, I was in the Navy, prior to real estate. Got out, went back to my home state of Alaska. And so I started doing real estate there in Alaska, started crushing as a single agent, built a team there. So, and I still, have a team up there.
Okay. And, so you moved to Nevada, and outside of the difference in weather, what's the difference with the markets?
Huge difference in the markets. Alaska is a very seasonal place where, you make a good deal of money with real estate between April and September. The winters are very slow there, right? Very cold, a little slower. And then being in the Navy traveling, I was like, man, I got to get out of the state. I got to go somewhere else. So wanted to stay on the West Coast, took a look at a couple different places, Flagstaff, Medford, Oregon, and then Reno. But Reno had everything that I was looking for. So that's the place I picked and moved here 3 years ago and then started a team. So
you didn't come in here with a big network or anything like that, right? You start a team, yeah. And in 3 short years, you're #1. How'd you do it so fast?
So when I got into real estate, being in the Navy for 16 years and getting out and doing all that, I went back to my small hometown and didn't know anyone. And it was kind of during the last housing crisis. So I figured, what's everybody else doing? And I had a look and I just started to do internet leads. So I mastered internet leads and I just figured that's what I'm going to go after. And I'll build those connections and those relationships with those type of people. Because right? 3 to 5 years down the road, that now they turn into sellers for us, right? And so I just mastered the internet lead generation. And that's what I did here in Reno.
That's huge. And I heard that production is at like 130 million.
Yeah, so we did about 100, almost 120 here, 115 here in Reno last year. Then I had a team in Vegas and I also have a team in Alaska. So that contributed to the 130 million. Yeah, it took us 2 years to get to the 100 million mark and then 3 years to get to the #1 spot.
So how many team members do you have in Nevada?
So currently I have 20.
20 team members. Okay. So Chris, I heard the best story about the team name and your last name. Can you share that with all of us?
Yeah, I'll share it. So I come from Alaska, where in Alaska, the state, you can pretty much call your team whatever you want, and we're actually called the Alaska Real Estate Group. So when I came to Nevada here, they have a state law that basically says your team name needs to have one of the team members' last name in the group or team. So I was here about a year and just figured, I was talking to somebody saying, man, this is bad for marketing. They're like, well, if you don't like it, change your last name. Well, I was adopted. I don't talk to my family. I said, well, that's really interesting. I said, well, let me figure this out. So I went to GoDaddy, typed in NevadaRealEstateGroup.com. It was available for $11, bought it, and went down, changed my last name to Nevada, checked with the real estate commission. They said, you're good to go. And yeah, so we're called the Nevada Real Estate Group.
Wow. Like a decision, a website, and just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Did that add anything to the pace of the group and the team?
I think just telling that story and people finding it a little unbelievable that someone would do that did. For marketing wise, it's hard to say, right? Our growth as a team is just huge. I mean, even with our move over this week, I've now added 5 more people. The growth is getting faster and faster. So did it have a part to play with it? I would say a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chris, another thing that I found really interesting is that, you're not in production, right? Which I understand, but you came to Nevada and you weren't in production. Like, you started your team not in production.
That's correct. Yeah. But you have to understand, I already had a team prior. Even in Alaska, I was out in production for the last year or two. There was a lot of lesson learned, right? So I was able to take all those mistakes, all those things that I had hurdles and problems with, and kind of just start fresh and go, okay, we're going to build this from the ground up correctly and not make all those same mistakes like I did before. And finding really key team members too. That's the other, your team culture is very important, right? I wasn't going to take on any prima donnas. I don't care what your work ethic or how much your production was, but we were going to build a really, really strong foundation for the team. And by doing that, yeah, I can stay out of production. I focus on my team members. I can coach, I can mentor, I can guide them and help them. So, and that's really appealing too when you're growing a team that you're out of production, right? You're not competing with your team leader.
Right. And that's what got you to number one. Aaron says number one by a long shot, baby. Right. Congrats. And congratulations on your move over to EXP. I mean, it must have been, first of all, how long has it been?
Oh, since we've been at EXP? It's Monday. So we got day four.
Oh, man. So, a lot of people move for different reasons. Some going towards pleasure, some running away from pain. What's your story? Why did you move your team over?
Well, I've been looking at EXP for almost 2 years. I talked to Jay Kinder way back in the day, looked at different things. I think that agent count maybe back in the day was about 5,000, less than 5,000 agents. It sounded too good to be true. So it must have been, right? And I just kept on watching, looking, seeing, doing my research. And my biggest reason for the move was value, all right? Value to my team members. The one thing what keeps a strong team together is always giving value. Mm-hmm. And I'm at the point now with my team, I was like, what's next now? What else can I do for my team members? What can I give them? And when you start talking revenue share and you start talking stock, healthcare, like no other real estate companies are offering that. I don't know any other ones that are offering that. And so what I did is I basically sent out a couple of videos, starting with 2 of my team members at a time, because I wanted to have really great conversations with them. I said, guys, take a look at this, poke holes in this. Tell me what you see wrong. I gotta hear it from a different side. So I started with 2, 4, 6, 8, got down to all 20 of them. And every single one of them were so excited. They were like, can we go and can we go now? And I was like,
every single one.
No. Huh? I said, not yet. I said, let me do some more research. Let me crunch numbers. Let me see what's going on here. I was like, plus I want still an office space for you guys. So I had to look for that. There were some other things, but every single one of them were not one negative thing to say. And really? So that said a lot too. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you mentioned office space. So you're coming in with a branch office?
Yeah. I got a space here, about 3,000 square feet for me and my team members here.
Fantastic. That's in Reno, right?
Yeah, here in Reno.
Okay, wonderful. So let me see. You got 100% of your team to come over with you, and you've already grown in the last 4 days.
Yeah. It was a great. I mean, with the team members, I wanted to make sure that everybody wanted to come. I want to make sure everybody was on board. So yeah, we got 100% of everybody. They were like, let's rock this, let's do it. And just with the move, the announcement, kind of, a little social media out there. There's been 5 other people that are now in the process of joining and want to be part of the team.
Wow. And I'm curious. You said that you were looking at this and you were researching it for 2 years. Okay. when did that research really get serious?
Whole COVID thing, right? That's where I started sending the videos out to the team members and going, okay, guys, let's take a second look at this. Let's see what's going on. Does this, speak to what we want to do? And so it was about 2 months ago, I guess, 3 months ago is when I started really going, is this a move that we want to make? And that's when the discussion started happening with the team. Because it's not like I decided I wanted to move, right? I'm not a dictator to my team. Me and my team work really, really good together, and we come up with a decision together.
Right. So now
as a team, we all decided, yes, this is the move we want to make, and let's do it.
And now,
and we were, and to put it out there too, Vincent. I mean, we were with KW. We were KW prior, and I have nothing bad to say about the office or where we're at or anything. It's just when you start looking at that value piece and what EXP has to offer, it really comes down to night and day. Because the other big piece, especially for us here in Reno, or if anybody's watching and they're kind of a border state, with us, we couldn't do business in California, even though some of my team members are licensed with California, because they would have to pay another cap over there, $24,000 to do business in California, $16,000 to do it here in Nevada, right? Now with EXP, my team members now have one cap of $4,000, and they can do business on both sides, right? So when you're with EXP, you could be licensed in multiple states, and it's just one cap. And so that made a lot of sense to a few of my team members too.
Right. And it allows you to scale, and it allows you to expand as well, right?
Super fast. I got big plans.
I heard. So the reason why we picked this time is because you're jumping on tour, aren't you?
I am. I'm actually getting on a flight here a little bit later today. I'm going to hit up a couple of my buddies. They're kind of part of my mastermind group. I'm going off to Knoxville, Tennessee. Spend a couple of days there. Then I'm going down to Destin, Florida.
Okay. And I hear that you're going to be adding value to the groups that you're meeting with. You're going to be teaching a few things.
Yeah. I mean, I like to stop in anywhere, anybody, I don't care who you are. I like to stop in an office. I don't mind talking to someone's brokerage team or whatnot. And let's just talk about real estate, see where I can help out. So yeah, I'll be doing a little bit of that there.
You got a good amount of experience as an individual agent, as running a team and lead generation and all that stuff. So those are the topics that you could speak about, right?
Oh, the topics I love to speak about. Yeah. So I love helping anybody with the internet leads, all that great stuff, building a team.
Okay. Yep. So Knoxville, Destin, Florida, where else?
That's it for now. I mean, I am good talks with someone up in Boise. I might be heading to Boise here in a couple of weeks too. I have a big team up there that's seriously thinking about EXP, so that's pretty exciting for them.
All right. So if anybody listening is in any of those markets, reach out to Chris. He'll add you to his stop. He'll add you to his tour. He said he'll add some time to his tour if he needs to. Right. I was on a call.
I'd be happy to do that. Yep.
Yeah, I was on a call right before this, and I got to listen to Michael Valdez, who is the executive vice president of international expansion for EXP Realty. Right, came over from Realogy. I mean, with Realogy, I think he helped open like 113 countries, right? And now he's helping EXP with their global expansion. So super exciting, and he let us in on a couple of things that he's planning. And, I guess the number of countries that we're going to be going to, I didn't think it was going to be as fast moving, but I'll tell you, before the end of the year, we're going to see a number of new countries coming aboard with EXP Realty. And I'm super excited about that. I think one of our listeners has a suggestion. I think he wants to go to Cabo.
Yeah, probably one of my team members. We all love going to Cabo. So, they'll be super exciting as soon as Mexico opens up. I'll tell you that. No, that's exciting to different countries to open that up and explore those options. I love that.
Yeah, huge. And I think it's exciting for your team members because now they have, on top of all the other benefits, ownership. Right?
Oh, exactly. we're all owners, right? Um, I mean, there are just too many things to list, right? And I was like, hey guys, I mean, I think that's the important thing too when you talk to your team, right? If you have a big team or a small team, when you can offer ownership and stock and revenue and healthcare, as much training as you want, right? It's just there's just so much.
Right. And it helps create more of a partnership than a team member, team leader relationship, right? Now you get to align with your guys that, and your gals in a way that you've never been able to, before. And,
Right.
and I'll tell you, you're coming in at a very interesting time because we just hit a valuation of $1 billion, our stock, EXPI, right? So super exciting. It's at the highest point it's been since I've been. I think the last we checked, it was like 1580 something. So it's really on a tear. In fact, I heard a story earlier today. I saw somebody post about this. I mean, you're familiar with the Icon Award. You're going to be an icon every single year, right? So you're going to get 16
Right.
in stock back, right? In company stock every single year going forward. Now, I saw a post. The biggest, one of the arguments that I hear, or one of the things I hear about EXP is, oh, but these stocks have a vesting period. I can't touch this stock for 3 years, right? And I just saw somebody post that a portion of their Icon Award, right? $12,000 because it comes in portions. You got 12,000, then you've got another 2,000 for going to the EXP convention, and another 2 for contributing back to the company. She said that $12,000 in 3 years turned to $80,000.
Right. It's amazing.
Can you imagine that? So,
well, even with me and my team, we're looking at, EXP a couple of months ago. The stock was only at $8, and so yeah, it's doing good stuff, doing really good stuff. And I'll tell you what, getting your $16,000 back in stock is a lot better than what my previous brokers did. Right? They gave me a social media post that, hey, congrats for capping. I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. But getting $16,000 back in stock, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and instead of a glass award, you get stock now, huh?
Yeah.
So it's funny, and it's true. Most corporate companies have a 5-year vest, right? So the fact that we have a 3 years is even better, isn't it?
Oh, way better.
So what's the plans going forward for you? What's the plans for the team?
We're just going to keep on doing what we're doing, right? We're just going to keep growing, doing great business, pushing it. It's going to be my job, though, to start helping my team members out. The biggest thing I can also say is another big move was, what is your exit strategy in real estate, right? None of us want to keep doing this for 30 or 40 years.
Right.
That was the other aspect of EXP that gives us that opportunity. And when I lay that out for my team members and I can show them how I can help them, retire in 5 years, 10 years, whatever their plan is, I can help them achieve that much, much quicker. I mean, I think a lot of people in real estate just don't have that exit strategy. They don't know what that is. Right, or if they do, are they really working for it, towards that goal, or are they going to be able to accomplish it? EXP, without a doubt, gets you there very, very quickly, very fast.
You mentioned healthcare too, and I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to, explore it and check it out. But I'll tell you, my family of 5, we save over $1,500 a month on converting over to EXP Healthcare.
I'm telling you, Vincent, listen. We did our research, buddy. So we actually did a webinar with the healthcare guy before we even joined. So we brought him on to do a webinar with my team. They could ask all their questions about the healthcare. One of my team members is going from $1,200 a month all the way down to $400, $1,000 deductible, great coverage. So she was super excited about that.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't even expecting that, when I made the move, about a year ago, and they came out with it, and it was just a blessing, right?
Well, and I think that's the other thing I see about EXP, following them for 2 years, watching everything they've been doing. They're almost like, how can we add value to our agents, right?
Yeah.
And then they constantly are adding things. And when they added that healthcare, like whatever it was 4 months ago, I was like, okay, what's next? What else are they going to keep on adding?
Right.
So
Express offers is making its way across the U.S. I don't know if it's in Nevada yet, but that's our own iBuyer program.
yeah,
So
no, it's here. It's here. Yeah,
oh,
express offers. Yeah. Oh, my team is super excited about that.
yeah. So you got to push them to get their certification so they can get involved, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Chris, I'm super excited to be aligned with you, to be able to work with you, to be able to learn from you. What would you tell agents, teams, brokerages that are kind of sitting on the sideline and watching like you did?
I'd say get off, get off that sideline. I really wish I would have done this a couple of years ago. You start the conversation, right? They can reach out to me if they want, but let's start the conversation. There might be a lot of misunderstandings or misconceptions out there, but yeah, definitely get off the sideline, stop watching, start asking the questions, see if it's a good fit for you and your team or you as an individual. There's just too many good things. And if you keep on waiting, I like to say, get it on the top, don't get it on the bottom, right? So yeah, get off that sideline, ask those questions. And if it's not a good fit for you, that's okay, right? But it may be, and I'd hate to see some of those people miss those opportunities.
Right. And Chris, how can everybody get a hold of you?
Either by hit me up on Facebook, you can you can send me an email, you can call me. I'm good at all of it. Text me.
Love it. Anything else you want to leave with these guys?
No. I mean, just reach out to me if you have any questions. I mean, this is a great company. I appreciate your time, putting this on, being able to talk to everybody, put it out there.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And, have a safe trip, all right? Have a safe flight.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.